Hi, Pranita. Thank you for
How are
having
you?
this panel. I'm good. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
I would like to come. I would like to come back to you towards the end of the session for your inputs
Okay.
as well, ma'am.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. So I think,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, ma'am. So I think what we'll do is like we'll get started by the time other people will also join in. Um, I'll share the screen from my side, and I'll get started with the presentation. So, good evening, everyone. Uh, I'm Dr. Pranita. On behalf of SIGN IITB, I welcome you all for today's session, that is BIG awareness or guidance session. The session aims to help all the applicants who wants to apply for current BIG cycle, that is BIG 18, to make them aware about the guidelines, what are the points they should think about while they are actually writing their application, because it's your applications which will be going through the initial few stages, and in first three screening stages. And in case if your application is complete or balanced application, then only you get selected for the physical presentation, for the technical panel. And that is why writing a balance application is very necessary, as well as to take care of all the guidelines while you apply for the application, because your eligibility earlier screening stages like eligibility check and the screening stage, the second stage, that is also important for you to get eligible for the whole process. And I think I'll cover few of those points from that. So sign so here this session, we are having this session along with our BIG associate and ecosystem partners. I will introduce all our partners in next few slides. Let me just tell you few things about first of all, few things about sign, and then I'll introduce you all to the all these okay. So next slide. Can you go to the next slide, Tashir? Yeah. So currently we are here because the current BIG cycle, that is current BIG cycle, that is BIG 18, in which you can apply for the initial funding, that is up to 50 lakh, which is open from 1st January 2021, and it will remain open till 15th Feb 2021 till 5:30 p.m. And we will take an overview of the whole process. So let me just first give you a brief about the sign. The sign is why we are talking about sign here is that sign is a BIG partner. BIG partner is someone who is responsible for the execution of the BIG grant, as well as it will take care, once you get selected for the grant, it will take care of the disbursal of the money, progress of your progress, that is BIG proposal progress, and you will get associated with your BIG partner for all the supports you need for executing this project. Sign is one of the BIG partner. There are total 8 BIG partners. Sign is also an incubation center, and we have the Sign was established back in 2004. It is one of the early academy incubator which was established with the academia. The aim to establish this incubator was to convert the IIT Bombay's research into the entrepreneurial activities. However, it is open to everyone, and Sign focus on the technology-based work, which can create the intellectual property, which can have the social impact, strategic value, as well as can create the economic growth. So what Sign has to offer, because Sign is associated with IIT Bombay, and we have a huge ecosystem inside the campus, because we have different centers here inside IIT Bombay's Research Park, Desai Sethi Center, BETIC. All these, they have their own innovation. They have they support, they have all kind of a support to facilitate the innovators to do their initial work, and then these people can come to Sign, where we can support them from start to scale. IIT Bombay, IIT, since we are associated with IIT Bombay, we have access to the all the R&D facilities at campus, as well as we have access to all the faculty members here who can help you carrying out your work or any technical support you need in your proposal or project, BIG project, or in your startup. We also have access to the large pool of investors, industry people. We have our in-house mentors who can help you while, if you need any help while writing this BIG application, as well as later on when you are applying for the, when you are actually preparing yourself for the technical panel presentation, as well as if you get the grant and if you want to start your venture and you want to grow in your venture, all sort of technical and business support is available with Sign. Then we also have access to our designers, manufacturers, service providers, which are very important or essential when you are actually have your POC and you want to go to the market. So all these people will help you in getting you ready for the market. Then we have our own network of entrepreneurs, alumni network, IIT Bombay alumni, which are actually, they have created their own venture and they are at a position where they can help other innovators who are starting or at early stage. Then we also have some cross-border programs and as well as some international connects, which will help you to establish your business outside India as well. So today, and this is about the Sign, and I have introduced you to the Sign as a BIG partner. Now here in this slide, you can see that some of PSG, we have our ecosystem partners as well as BIG associate partners with us today. So these are BIG associate partners like PSG STEP, HTIC, that is Healthcare Technology Innovation Center from IIT Madras, BIT Vellore. These are BIG associate partners, as well as Riddle is one of the BIG associate partners. These associate partners will also help you to get your applications ready and provide you all sort of support, mentoring for your BIG application. Then we also have an ecosystem partner like BITS Bharat, Bionist, BITS Pilani Goa, as well as the TimeAid from Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology. So these are the ecosystem partners or incubators which will help you to execute your BIG project. If you are in nearby vicinity to these incubators, you can get incubated with them. You can apply with Sign as a BIG partner. I will briefly introduce to all these partners in my next few slides. And why you need to understand, why you need to get to know these people is because for BIG application, you need a BIG partner as well as BIG as well as incubation center. So BIG partner is someone who will help you to, who will help you to apply, as well as they will take care of the screening processes, execution of the grant, disbursal of the money, as well as the incubation partner is someone, who will help you to provide all the support which is required to execute your project at the incubator space. Now we have a few ecosystem partners and BIG associate partners. All of these people can help you to provide all the support which is necessary to execute your BIG project. So one of the BIG associate partner we have here today is PSG STEP from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and Dr. Surya Raj from PSG STEP is here today with us. Now, PSG State is an incubator spread over an area of 25,000 square feet and accommodate startups in the areas of information technology, electronics, nanotechnology, mechanical. PSG State is fostering startups for 2 decades. PSG Step provides technical services that include R&D activities, product development, re-engineering, calibration, testing facilities, quality assurance, market research. So if you need any of that support, you should go to the PSG if you are in the near vicinity of the PSG. Because for BIG project, you have to be physically incubated with the incubators. Then the entrepreneurs also utilize the various centers of excellence of PSG College of Technology for their work. PSG support, PSG STEP provides infrastructure support, seed fund support, innovation fund support, prototype development, hardware and software support, as well as mentoring, networking, connectivity, and other resources which are really useful to develop your project. So this is about PSG step. Then we have another BIG associate partner, that is HTIC, Healthcare Technology Innovation Center, which is established in 2012, which is a joint initiative of IIT Madras and Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. So HTIC, the focus area of HTIC is healthcare innovation. And today we have Ms. Sumitra from HTIC here with us for this session. So HTIC brings together technologists, engineers, doctors, and healthcare professional industry, as well as government, to develop the healthcare technologies for the country. And the vision of the HTIC is to develop the technologies that can create impact and drive innovation in healthcare. So HTIC has supported till now more than 25 startups, and their four technologies are already in the market. They have some of the fantastic technologies or innovations which are already deployed at various areas, and all the details you will find on their website. They also have 12 patents filed, and these are some of the highlights of the HTIC. HTIC have various partners and collaborators which are depicted here in the slide, which provides all sort of a connection supports to develop your project at HTIC. So thank you, Sumitra, for being here with us today. Then we have another BIG associate partner with us today is Riddle. Riddle is Somaya Vidya Vihar. Somaya Vidya Vihar is an innovation center and accelerator in Somaya campus. It's in Mumbai, and Riddle supports the innovator and accelerates the startups. Riddle supports technologies in thrust area of healthcare, AI, ML, energy, robotics, mobility. And Ms. Bhavna from Riddle is here with us today for this session. So Riddle provides access to the massive network of mentors, investors, advisors, funding, mentoring projects, promoting campus companies. So they have good labs. They have Fab Lab, which is fully equipped and fully equipped lab to expedite the prototyping activities, as well as they have DIY BioLab, a platform for everyone to innovate and contribute in the field of biotechnology. So Riddle till now have supported 100 plus startups, and total revenue generated by startup is around 62 plus crores till now. So thank you, Bhavna, for joining us today for this session. Then our next partner is VIT-TBI. So VIT-TBI is a technology business incubator from Vellore Institute of Technology. VIT supports technology in thrust areas of ICT, biotechnology, and medical devices. And we have Sudha here from VIT for this session today. So VIT-TBI was incorporated back in 2003, and VIT-TBI supports all the necessary resources and supports that startup needs to evolve and grow as a mature business. VIT-TBI was also started with an initial grant support from DST, that is Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. And now there has become a multi-stakeholder organization. Now currently VIT-TBI has various active programs from DST, BIRAC, Bionest, METI, and it also supports innovative technology startups with access to knowledge, funding, infrastructure, mentoring, and network. It has various partners such as CII, TI, TI, and VC firms, angel investor industries, to name few. So thank you, Sudha, for joining us today for this session from VIT. So our next partner we have today with us is TIMED, which is a medtech incubator at Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Science and Technology, which was established encouraging innovation and entrepreneurship in medical technologies through technology business incubation support for innovators, startups, and industry. And we have Dr. Sunita from TIMED with us today. The TIMED is located within the biomedical technology wing campus at Trivandrum, and it is financially supported by Kerala State Industrial Development Corporation and Department of Science and Technology, that is DST. TIMED also supports the startup establishment. They have dry and wet labs, medical device regulatory guidance. Then they provide guidance for various product development stages. They have clean room facilities, in vivo efficacy evaluation, mentorship, branding, networking. and marketing support. So TimeEd has various government programs to support the startups at various stages. So thank you, Dr. Sunita, for joining us for today's session. And last but not the least, we have with us today BITS Bairak Bionist from BITS Pilani, Goa. And BITS Bairak Bionist Incubator is an initiative of the CIIE of Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Birla Goa campus. And today we have Mridula ma'am from BITS Pilani with us for this session. This particular incubator promotes innovation and entrepreneurship in health and environment. Bionist Goa is supported by BIRAC, and Bionist aims to help entrepreneurs to ideate, incubate, and accelerate their innovative early stage startups into successful ventures through infrastructural support, mentoring and networking, and business advisory. The incubator brings entrepreneurs, mentors, researchers, and academicians together to create a vibrant startup ecosystem. The incubator also provides access to high-end equipment, conference facilities, funding opportunities, mentoring by large pool of faculty members, alumni entrepreneurs. All these can help you in your BIG journey as well as your startup journey. So they also provide co-incubation with other incubators. So I request all participants, while you are filling the incubation center, please look into all these incubators website, and whoever is in your close vicinity or meeting all requirements of your startups execution of your project, please do approach them. So now coming to the funding which is available for the startups, and this is why we are here today. So we have BIRAC offers, since we are here for to talk about the BIG program or the BIRAC funding, I'll concentrate. I'll talk about only my talk will be limited to BIRAC funding only. So BIRAC provides this supports to the innovators, entrepreneurs, startups who are at very early stage with BIG, as well as there is various follow-on fundings as well. Okay, to support you at different stages of your innovation. Today we will focus only on BIG. However, going further, if you get the BIG, you also get a CBRI, the CBRI funds, which are also available, which is a small business innovation research initiative. Followed that, we also have DIPP, CRS, all these schemes which can help you to translate your research as well as commercialize it. So BIG is the flagship program of the BIRAC, and it comes at the very early stage in your in this hierarchy. So why and how you can. So what is the purpose of the BIG is to encourage startup researchers to take technology close to market. So BIG supports only technologies or the work which have the potential to commercialize it. So project could be very interesting, but it doesn't. If it doesn't have the that aspect, that commercialization aspect, then there are chances that the project may get rejected, or you may have to reapply with that. Incorporating all those details. These in BIG, who all are supported are the like entrepreneurs from academia, startups. They could be PhD, they could be MSc, the graduate student, postgraduate student, engineering, biomedical engineering, medical degree holders, or graduates in all the segments. They can apply for this grant. What kind of a support you get under BIG is up to 50 lakh support, and as well as lot of visibility, mentoring, and all these supports is available with BIG 16, BIG call. Now what BIG has created, still now 17 call, BIG 17 call is currently going on. Our 16 call, BIG 16 call are concluded, and what impact they have created is more than 100 IPs have been filed. More than 90 plus fewer startups have been created, 330 plus entrepreneurs supported. Around 160 crore INR rupees have been committed for this BIG project. Around $125 million has been raised by 60 startups successfully. More than 800 plus employment is generated. So BIG has created huge impact in this 16 cycles. Now the 17th cycle is in progress, and we are also approaching the 18th cycle. So I will briefly explain you about the themes of the proposal. So what all is you can apply under all things. So you can apply under medical devices, diagnostic, biopharma, drugs, vaccine, delivery system. Then in therapeutics, stem cells, regenerative medicine, industrial biotechnology, environmental science, clean energy, sanitation, waste management, agriculture, veterinary science. But besides that, you can also apply for poultry, aquaponics, uh, each and everything which can have veterinary science, nutrition, fisheries, sericulture, animal husbandry, aquaponics, waste to value, biofuels, clean energy, bioservices, bioanalytics, which includes big data, AI, ML, IoT, automation, under agriculture, allied areas. So you can apply almost into all segments which has a bio component in it. So you can apply under any of this. Can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah. So now we'll go to the BIG process view. I will give you the overview of about this process. Next slide, please. So BIG selection is a multi-tier process involving various steps. So first step is the eligibility check. So BIG partners like Sign, which is one of the BIG partner, will screen the applications for eligibility requirement like verification of documents, qualification, and upload. While you are applying for the grant application, there are several other uploads or the attachments are there, like novelty, concept. All these documents needs to be uploaded along with the application. So all these checks will happen at first step. Then the second step is the PSC stage, that is examination by preliminary selection committee. This stage is included from last two cycle, and at this cycle, the panel of 3 to 4 people will look into your application to see whether it is a scheme fit or not for BIG, as well as there are availability of adequate technical details for the online review process, or if there is any plagiarism. All these checks happens at the PSC stage. Now all applications from 8 BIG partners, once we are done with the PSC stage, all applications from 8 BIG partners are come to a central place at BIRAC, and they are segregated theme wise. For example, medical devices. So all over India, whatever applications are submitted through 8 BIG partner under medical device theme, they will be segregated under medical device, diagnostic, agriculture, secondary agriculture, and the theme after distribution of these application in themes, one theme will be given to each partner to carry out the online review process, which is the next stage. That is the online review process, where online review process, the panel of 3 to 5 members look into your application. These people from the domain expert, technical expert, they could be investors, industry people, scientists. These people are looking at your applications, evaluating from them from all the aspects. Thus, the application has to be complete and balanced. If you get selected in this online review process, you get recommended for the technical panel presentation. Earlier, it used to be a physical presentation, but now because of the pandemic, we are conducting this stage in a virtual mode. So here you get only 8 minutes to present your application, and followed by 7 minutes of Q&A. So 12 minutes of Q&A. And you have only 20 minutes with the panel to explain them, defend your application. And in order to prepare you for this stage, your BIG partner, for example, if you apply with Sign as a BIG partner, we will provide you all sort of a support and mentoring so that you get prepared for this TP round. Let's say in case in this TP panel there are 10 to 12 people who are sitting, which are from different which are from different expertise. Like they could be scientists, again experts from industry, from regulatory aspect, from investors. They could be professors, they could be technical people who can understand your particular theme. So these people are evaluating again your application from all the aspects, and if you score more than 60, then you are considered for the next step. That is the ESC stage, that is expert selection committee. This step is actually a final decision where the chairs and co-chair of all your chairs and co-chair of all the TP panels, they sit together in this meeting and decide the cutoff for each thing. For example, medical device, if the cutoff is 75, the whoever have got the scores more than 75, they will be selected for the final funding. So ESC is the step where final decision is taken. After ESC, whoever is recommended application for the funding, then those come to the respective BIG partner. Respective BIG partner will inform the candidate, and the next step is the due diligence step, where BIG partner will go through your all the documents, your budget, the milestones, and everything. And finally, once all the checks are done, the funds will be released. Now, the whole process takes around 4 to 5 months, of course, in regular times. But due to the pandemics, the calls are getting delayed. So it may take up to 6 to 7 months as well. Can you move to the next slide, please? Okay, so now this was about the overview of the whole process. That whole process, how does it work? Now, what are the features of this BIG scheme? BIG scheme, as I have already mentioned, it's a grantee net support, funding support for individuals as well as startup in the field of biotechnology. Now, we all the time get questions that which type of project gets supported, already completed product design or preliminary plan can be expected. Is it necessary for the product product prototype to be ready before submission of the proposal? So this particular program supports projects from ideation to POC. However, since this grant has become so competitive, the reviewers expect to have at least some kind of a proof of principle while you are submitting your application. So I request everyone who are present here that if you have some kind of a proof of principle, please provide enough preliminary data or supporting data so that the reviewer gets the idea that this is not just an idea, but there is some kind of a work that has been done by the applicant. Now, the specific support system for POC development is the funding, mentorship, access to incubation, other support for ideation, ideation to proof of concept. All these are a part of BIG. This is what the benefit you get. Now, who can apply, which is another question, like can student apply for this, or so how will we be guided? Entrepreneurs, registered startup, LLP, faculty members, researchers, individual entrepreneurs, graduate students, all can apply for this BIG grant. Now, startups, private limited company or LLP who are incorporated should not be, their age should not be more than 5 years from the date of BIG call launch. So this time the BIG call was launched on 1st January 2021. So the startup age startup incorporation should not be earlier than 1st January 2016. Now, proprietary firms are not eligible to apply. And students who are pursuing their UG are not, that is undergraduation, are not allowed to apply. So if you have your graduation completed, then only you will be allowed to apply. PhD student who are not yet awarded in their second, third year or fourth year, they can also apply for this project. What is not supported? So basic exploratory research projects with low element of novelty, they are not supported under BIG. Then projects involving systematic clinical trials, field trials, or late stage validation, certification, all these are not supported because this is a very early stage grant. So whatever comes before your clinical trials, validation, that will be supported. That is prototype development. Please please make a note of it that BIG grant is not a research fellowship and cannot support the PhD or any other academic research. You cannot even submit the same work of the PhD to the BIG project. BIG project could be the extension of your PhD project. Now, now we'll go to the. Can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah. This one more thing is that postdocs who are working in environmental science or academicians, they can also apply for this grant. Now, who can apply is, as I've already mentioned, anybody who is graduate working in biotechnology can apply. Now, as an academician, when you are applying, what are the mandatory documents which are required for this grant? So one thing is that letter of intent, which is very important, and this letter of intent you will obtain from the incubators. Few incubators which I have already mentioned in our slide, which are with us today as a partner. You can approach them for LOI. You can approach us also for LOI, because Sign is also an incubator. If the applicant is formally employed or registered as a student with an academia or research organization, then if you are a student or faculty member, then you need NOC or approval or permission from your institute or research organization or your employer, that you can accept this grant for a BIG proposal, and you can carry out your BIG proposal along with your work. Then undertaking for, if you are a employee in a private firm or something, then you can apply. But if you are selected for the grant, then you need to resign from your position if you are in the private job. And while you are applying, you need to give an undertaking that you will terminate the association with your current employer in case of the grant approval. So these are certain documents which are necessary for applying. Can we move to the next slide, please? As well as as I have already mentioned, the LLP and private limited companies are eligible to apply. However, if you are a founder or the stakeholder in any of the company, then you will not be allowed to apply as an individual. You have to apply through that company only. In case if you are any promoter shareholder more than, or you are holding shares more than or equal to 20% of the shares, or co-promoter of another ineligible company. Here ineligible company means other company where you are holding share more than 20% share, whose age is more than 5 years, will not be allowed to apply. Your application will become ineligible. I know this clause is little difficult to understand, so in case anybody have any such issue, please get in touch with us. We will explain everything to you. Can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah, thank you. So now coming to evaluation parameters. So we received a lot of questions, like what are the important things we need to do to increase the probability of getting funded, how to write a winning grant, or considered as an ideal application. So these are some of the parameters which we have listed here. And at every stage your application is screened on these parameters. So here you can see that unmet need. So your first thing which you explain your application is the proposal summary, in which you need to explain to the reviewer that what is the need for this particular solution. And you should always choose the problem which is actually existing. It should not be like you have worked on the solution, now you are searching for a problem. So please take a real problem and work on that, and please ensure that your reviewer understands the need for your technology, which holds around 20% of the weightage. Then value proposition or differentiation, like what all values you are offering through your technology, or how it is different than the existing technologies, or how it is going to be different than the competitors available in the market. All that has to be explained in your applications, and there are different sections to explain all these points. So you have a concept note, you have a novelty document. Throughout these sections, you are going on explaining this to your reviewers. So what are the novel features? One of the requirement of BIG is to understand how novel is your project. If you are successful in explaining that, there are good chances that you will get the grant. One other thing is the team strength. Team holds a very important importance here, because some of the applicants, they apply with only just one member team. In that, because here we are, BIG grant is for commercializing your technology or solution. So here you need to incorporate a company, and company needs to be run by by a team, a group of a people. And that's why one person team is not never is a ideal option. So you need to gather people who have a complementary skill set to execute the project. And I have also seen during previous rounds, I have seen that projects which have a good team, they have a good chances of getting selected for the grant. Now, again, as I've already mentioned, it is the grant is for the projects who can commercialize, and that's why the business aspect is one of the important aspect. So when there are projects coming from academicians, there is always this particular thing which is missing: what market survey, number of who all are will be your customers, what are the statistics about that, all those numbers, all those surveys. You also need to talk to your customers and get their feedback, include in your PPT or your application. All these things are very important in order to make your reviewer understand that you have done all sort of a background check and you have come up with this technology, which will be very important. So for that, if you have any research, background research done, published papers, or any supporting data, video file to demonstrate, the proof of principle of your work, all that you can upload it, because there are different sections where you can upload various attachments. So please do not miss on doing that. Can we move to the next slide? Yeah. So here we will. So here we'll talk about the budget. Now we all are here for the funding for funding purpose, because this is what is required to develop your product or prototype. Now these are some of the guidelines, and these are also available on the BIDAC website. And the money which will be provided to you will be under different heads, and these heads have a upper cap. So equipment is about maximum 30%. Manpower. Now, if you are applying, you are a PI of the project, you can hire employees who have a complementary skill set which is required for your project. So let's say a technical people, then people for the marketing, or people to develop software, maybe some AI ML projects. They need people from engineering or computer science background. All these people you can hire under BIG project from this particular head. However, mentors, advisors cannot draw the salary from here, and any particular person, including PI, cannot take more than 50,000 per month. Now, consumable is a flexible head, which is according to every project. Outsourcing is maximum 30% of the cost. Outsourcing is something where if you want to do any validation, or let's say you want to outsource something, you can put it here. If you have anything lab related work, where you need to do some sort of analysis, which you need to for which you need to want to use some external labs or something, then those costs can go under these external services or outsourcing. Now, contingency is about 5% of the project cost. So your office supplies, softwares, and other stuff can come from this end. Incubation charges you need to find out by approaching the incubators. So as I've already mentioned, we have few partners here today. All of them are incubator. You can approach them, find out. You can also approach us for incubation and find out the charges for the incubation for your BIG project. And for BIG project, physical incubation is a mandatory. Now, IP, if you want to file any IP for your Intel to cover your to protect your work in India as well as outside, like PCT filing and all. So the funds available here is up to 1.5 lakh. For travel, like want to travel to collect the sample, get in touch with the hospitals or field trials, or talking to your customers, you can apportion the money in your travel head, and the travel head is up to 1.5 lakhs. Now there are other heads based on the different, the requirement of the different type of project, and you can mention it here. Now budget, you will also you have to take a lot of precautions while you are designing your budget and giving it here for the submitting in the application, because reviewers are also looking at your budget. Let's say if you under budget or over budget, then they'll also think that the person who is actually applying here for this particular fund is not aware that how much fund he or she requires to execute this project. So budgeting is also one of the important aspects people look into. You will also get a chance to redo your budget if you get selected for the technical panel presentation. But if you can get it right here, that will be a good for the project. Now, can we move to the next slide? So these are some of the BIG grantee which are associated with IIT Bombay. I think these are some of the grantees in the past. We are also going to talk to one of the grantee here today with us. Next slide, please. So I'll just summarize here by saying that please keep this thing in mind, that start application process early, because there are different sections to this application. Each one has to be properly filled. All the documents has to be properly uploaded. You have to take NOCs, incubation letters, or a letter of intent if you are not already incubated somewhere. If you have a preliminary data validation supporting documents, please do attach them, properly summarize them, because reviewers don't have to have so much time to read 2-3 pages. So try to summarize it in 1 page or something. Novelty and concept note are very, very important. Please do not miss on that. Most of the time people do not upload them, and they lose the opportunity to even go to the online review stage. So the application get rejected at the second stage because of the insufficiency of the data. So please do upload all the attachments. Then team with the complementary skill set advisors. Try to talk to the people, try to get advisors, mentors on your team, which will strengthen your application. Submit at least 1 week in advance, because on the last day there is a lot of rush on the traffic on this website, and you may not get a chance to submit it. So please do submit at least 2 days prior. Deadline is 15 February 2021 till 5:30 p.m., not midnight. Next slide, please. There is one small clause which we have to mention here, is about the royalty on the grant. The BIRAC, this royalty clause has been added from last 2 cycles. So you need to pay 5% royalty on the net sales of the product technology which is developed through the BIRAC support, that is BIG, and you will give this royalty when you start generating your revenue. So when you are in the market making the sales, on that 5% on that sales, you will returning this money as a in the form of royalty to the buyer. In case of a foreclosure of the project or the termination, because of the valid reasons, you are not entitled to pay any royalty back to the buyer. There are different consideration models available for in case you are transferring or licensing your technology to someone. So that is one clause about the royalty about this grant. Can we move to the next slide, please? Uh, I'll quickly tell you about why you should come to sign as a BIG partner, because we do offer support from start to scale. We have infrastructure which we can provide you for execution of your project, funding support in a different type of funding. Going ahead, if you need seed funding, angel funding, other different grants. Then we, as I have already mentioned, we have our own mentors network. Then a lot of visibility you get with us, demo days, events, media. We have other legal support as well available for you. We have other accelerator program going ahead. So these are all the support which is available from Sign, and this is one of the reasons you should choose Sign as your BIG partner. Can we move to the next slide? So these are different programs which we have, as I've already mentioned, different funding support from BST, BIRAC, and industry program as well, collaborative program. Next slide, please. We have also program from the defense for defense related technologies. This is our team. We are more than 24 now, 25 people here to support you as a startup at Sign. Next slide, please. Uh, so I will come to all participants for the questions, but before that, I would like to invite today. I would like to invite Mr. Malay Dikshit, who is a BIG grantee, and I would like to ask him few questions so that he can share his experience with you all, which will be helpful for you to while you are applying for BIG, as well as help you with follow-on fundings if you will be successful in getting BIG grant. Now, Malay is a founder of Pycium Health Science Private Limited and involved in making CVD Diamond Dental Bar. Malay has a relevant experience in management, innovation, commercialization, and R&D. His work on liquid emulsion membranes, designing pilot plants for pesticides and polymer was followed by management education and then a stealth stint for 6 years, during which he handled big team sizes, exposure to both urban and rural areas. He also set up go-to market strategies on sales and distribution in big multinationals. After that, Malay has led multiple innovations from concept to market launch. He has been directly responsible for companies, companies, and being accountable to board of directors to and joint ventures partner. Malay is also listed by Campaign India among the 100 most influential figures in marketing. So he's a guy from industry, and now he has incorporated his own startup. He started his journey with BIG. He has also done masters in mechanical engineering from ICT Mumbai. He has done diploma in management from IIM Lucknow. Pisceum Health Sciences has been awarded total grants of 2.8 crore from BIRAC, including BIG, seed and leaf funds. So Malay not only got the BIG grant to start with, but he also received the follow-on funding from BIRAC under seed as well as leaf. So this is about Malay, and with this, I would like to welcome Malay for today's session. Malay, if you could come on the video, please.
Oh, on video.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, hi Malay. Yeah. So
Okay.
thank you, Malay, for joining us today. And because today's participants or audience is more of a people who would like to apply for BIG, and most of them may be early stage innovators, entrepreneurs, researchers. So what I would like to know from you, or maybe if you could start telling us about yourself and your experience of BIG and the whole journey, that would help our participants.
Okay.
Over to you, Malay.
Yeah. When I came to sign and said I've got this particular idea about how I can make dental burrs better and everything is imported, and let's make something in India and a patent.
Malay, could you be little louder? Your voice is little feeble.
Just hold on. Hold on. Is this better? Can you hear me better?
Yes, Malay. Yes, it's better.
So when I came to sign, saying that I've got this idea, and what I want to start up, how can I how can I have this particular idea, experimented, incubated, etc. I didn't even know how a startup works. Why should somebody invest money in my business? It was that basic. So if you are one of them who have no idea of how to start a business, but you've got a business idea, or you've got an idea which you have faith on, that you could bet your living on it, then it's a good idea to come to an incubator. That's what I had done. Uh, the idea of going through big, then Sign introduced me that you can come into Sign through an incubation, take a big grant, etc. When that happened, what you see in terms of, I started filling up the forms which actually helped me bring a lot of clarity as a startup. What does my startup want to do? Why should it win? The evaluation parameters that were over there, which Pranita just showed in her slides, they are so real. They actually make you have a very thorough review of what you really want to do. So for that sake, at least, whether you get the grant or you don't get the grant, to fill up that form in all sincerity, review it, ask 1,000 people about how does my plan look like, itself is a very enriching exercise to start with. Then to go to present to someone, the experience over there was that if you if you feel that your idea is really really good and you're outstanding, you'll be surprised how many better ideas exist out there, and how competitive this big grant is. There are some really brilliant guys. When you will be going for presenting, if you get the good chance of going and presenting in front of others, and there will be other people waiting outside, and you have a word or two with them, you realize that it's really competitive. So in terms of your hard work and in your meticulousness in filling up the form, or at every stage of the presentation or evaluation, one thing if I would like to tell any other aspiring big grantee is that there is no room for laxity. There's you might be short of knowledge, but you cannot be short of laxity. That's number one. Number two is when the panel sitting in front of you might not know your specific subject very well. They might also, uh, but they definitely know what about the business that you are getting into, whether this business will work or not, and they have seen how many startups, and they can evaluate genuine applications within 5 minutes, even though they give you 7 minutes. So that's the other thing about being very crystal clear, transparent, well rehearsed for your 7 minutes, every single sentence. So what I had done is I had a separate printout of what will I say on each slide. Even that I had not left to chance. So that's one very useful tip that we have. I had prompter, like a teleprompter, a printout, which says on this slide I will say this, on this slide I will say this, and that I rehearsed a million times. So don't take it to chance. That's number one. Then finally, at that time there were two rounds. One was technical expert committee, and then there was the executive committee in during Big 11. There again you had to present. There again the audience was absolutely knowledgeable people, but may not necessarily be knowledgeable in your science. So that one needs to be very aware of who is the audience you're presenting to. You are not presenting to your professors who know your field, but you're presenting to extremely brilliant people who know 50 things more about whether your startup will work or not, even more than you. So somebody might be a legal expert, somebody might be a medical device expert, somebody might be a regulatory expert, somebody might be uh, exact match with your field. So and your presentation has to cater to all of them, and all of them are really important people. They're panelists who will write a check for you. So the approach has to be more in lines of the evaluation parameters which Pranita had showed, rather than what a beautiful thesis I have or what a beautiful project I had. So that's one big mind shift that one needs to do. That was for big. The grant came to me after about 8 months, and then once it started coming in, the help that my at that time sign was not the center for big at that time. My center was FITT, IIT Delhi. But once the grant starts coming in, then we also have to pick up speed, and our results have to start showing. Otherwise, that's I mean, it's a sorry face to put up saying that yes, the grants are there, but my research is not picked up pace. So we better be very sure of what will you do the moment you get the grant, till the finishing date of the grant. What are the KPIs you are going to achieve? It might be in terms of product, it might be in terms of where your startup will be, it might be in terms of what regulatory approvals you'll get. So these are the short tips that I've restricted myself to big right now and not gone up to BIPP. Again, it's a huge long discussion. So I'll take a pause at that.
Okay, Malan. I think, I mean, you have nicely said it that if you're not really confident in the sense, when you have a very limited time to focus on while presenting the TP, we have to really know that what we have to say for each and every slide for limited time. So that was one of the important point I felt, because a lot of time in TP, people get selected till TP, their project is really good, but they are not able to finish in time, and that's why they're not able to convey to the committee that what all they have in with them. So I think all participants here should take a note of this. This is very important, and this is also true for your application, because application also has a limited limit of certain thing. So how you can summarize well and give them a whole, I mean, the idea about your project totally, that is also important. So Malay,
you haven't read and reread and edited your application for 3 or 4 times, you haven't done justice to your application.
Yeah, and I think it will be a good idea to show even to some other person, because when you yourself are reading this, you may not come to know what all things, I mean, what all changes or modification you need to do.
Yeah, that's
so I think
one thing I forgot to tell, that my biggest help in making the presentation came from Sign and people at Sign. So wherever your incubators are, your entrepreneurship cells are, to go up front and say, is my presentation good or bad? Sometimes there's a sense of ego which says, ki, nahi, I am doing the best. Nobody else can do as good as me. You have to ignore that. You have to be humble enough to go to other people and say, please review my presentation. It's good because they know how big things or Bayrak thinks much better than what you know.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's a good suggestion. So I request everyone here, we have a lot of incubator people currently available here. They all can post their email addresses in the chat box so that you people can get in touch with them. You can get in touch with us. Our email addresses are here. Please get in touch with us in order to get your application in a shape where, the chances, or the balance application, where chances of getting grants increased. So please do contact all these people and us. So on this line, Malay, I have next question is that what is the aspect or the segment of the application where you feel there is most efforts of brainstorming is needed when you were doing that?
I think novelty and market. Two things. What chance does your innovation have to win in the marketplace? Is a very big thing to think very carefully and write down. And what is the market you are going to operate in? Because one always feels that my product is the most innovative and such a market does not exist. That's not the case. So that, to think very carefully of which market are you existing in, what are the data points you already have on your concept, uh, and what is your right to win in the market. These have to be thought of very carefully.
Yeah. So I think all the participants who are going to apply in BIJ18, please do take care of this note that novelty is one of the important feature which Bayrak also always emphasize on, that they would like to support the projects which are novel in nature, can create an IP, as well as have a commercialization potential. So identification of your customers, market, some work on the business side is needed. So Malay, so to all these participants, would you like to give any grant winning formula or something?
I don't know whether there's such a formula. I just read one of the chats. I'll just answer one of the questions which came on the chat. What is the optimal size of the application? Each section, correct me if I'm wrong, each section of the application, when you fill it, will have maximum number of words. So anyways, you don't have too much of a choice. Here's the number of words in each section. So that's the optimal size. That's an answer to one of the chat questions. Winning formula, I cannot tell you whether there's a formula or not. What has worked for me is to ask many people, am I feeling it the right way? Number one. Number two, review it at least thrice. Completely review it at least thrice, not just the important sections or the confidence sections. And the last part is, this is not our thesis, this is not our project submission. Look at the reverse engineer your thought process to the evaluation parameters slide that Pranita has put up. So that's my 2 bits.
Okay. So I think, Vinay, Malay, I'll ask you one last question here is that, I mean, you have shared about your journey, but can you tell us something about your current stage and how this follow-on grant funding is helping you with that? Now you are in the market. How is your experience through this journey, and how Sign has an incubator helped you in your startup till in this journey? Uh, can you tell us something about that, please?
Sure. Let me start with how Sign has helped me with this journey, because it's top of mind. Biomedical devices, biotechnology has got a long incubation time. The private investment sector or banks, etc., do not have that much patience, whereas Sign has been extremely patient. It has been placing consistent bets on my product and given me support. Because of Sign, there's a lot of analytical facilities that I could avail in the IIT infrastructure. going to an investor and saying I'm sign incubated is a big deal. So that's these are the primary things, and there's a whole team over there. Uh, Anything from please solve my XYZ problem in my SEM or some analytical problem, or I've got a problem somewhere in Bayrak, please help me talk to the people in the head office. Everything of that sort, across all ranges of problems, these guys have always been there, the sign team. And they're tough taskmasters, so if there is a KPI and there's a milestone plan, we've got to stick to it. But that's the fun, to stick to a milestone, to go exactly the way you have planned. Having said that, it does not always work according to plan. That's the experience part of it. You might plan for everything perfectly, and you might get on executing your plan perfectly, but when you go out there in the market and the customer gives you feedback, in my case, some feedback came which I had not anticipated. Some feedback came which I had to structure. What do they really mean? When that happens, you've got to be patient, and it's very nice to know that your incubator is very patient with you. So that's it's very comforting. It's very comforting. uh, then second part is about where my products are. Products have gone to the market. They went again, as I said, they received feedback. uh, Designs were modified. They're all paid trials, meaning people paid for the product and gave feedback, and we had to immediately respond that, okay sir, in the next 1 week I'll make this change, etc., etc. So that's we are at a test market stage. We are keeping on evolving our designs while customers are paying for our product. That's the stage where we are in. Our CE, we are an ISO 13485 company. We are a DSI recognized company, and we got a C certification for our product, which has been preconceived and conceived through big grants and within science. So that's a very proud thing. I feel like that's where my products are right now. Our team size of 10 people. I'm slowly growing my sales team. That's where it is. Yeah, that's anything else that I missed out?
Since you are in market now, anything on that aspect you want to tell our participants, that when they go through BIG and thinking about marketing and all, because you're from market and marketing and industry, any suggestions on that?
It's too early in the big stage to start thinking about how will the advanced marketing be. What we've got to be very sure of is how simple basic questions in marketing. How will people know about my product in the simplest possible way? How many people need to know about my product? Let us say I'm selling to dentists. 3 lakh people across the country need to know about my product. In the test market, some 50,000 dentists in Bombay need to know my product at best. So then, when you answer these things, your vehicles of marketing, whether you just need to do Instagram, you don't need to do any big paid marketing. You just need to spread the word through your medical representative. These things come to, but the most important thing is, who is your market? How many people are there? What is the geographical spread? That's the question you need to answer. And what will be your methods of marketing? There are 3 ways in which I see the basics of marketing. One is, how will people know about your product and consider your product? Once they know your product, how will they convert to your product? So let us say, for example, people will know about my dental burr because they would have read in journals. They would have read paid advertisements, or they would have seen my product in Instagram. Now that they know, how will they convert and buy? My salesman will go and convert him. Sir, you would have read about my product. This is the specialty of my product. I can take your order right now. Sir, place your order. I'll take an electronic order. So that's the conversion process. Then now that he's converted, what's the experience I'm offering? What is the quality I gave him? What is the service levels I gave him? Now, when this happens, it happens in continuous loop. Then he'll tell 10 other people. 10 other people will consider your product. So this loop, however small or big your marketing budget is, this is the way it will work. So that's the thought process which should start at a big application itself. That this is how my product will go to the market.
Yeah, I think very true. I think this will also help uh, applicants when they are presenting to the panel if they comes, because people from industry, marketing and all that also sitting in that panel. So if any question comes on that, they'll be able to take care of it. Okay, thank you Malay. Thank you so much for your your suggestions and sharing your experience with us, with our participants here today, and for taking out time for this session. Thank you so much, Malay.
Thank you. Okay, bye. All the best, everyone.
Okay, so I have one question to Mridula ma'am, but before that, I have one question in Q&A chat box. I was answering actually those questions in Q&A chat box. So participants, if you have any question, please type it in chat box. We will take it. So I have answered few questions here. But in case you need more clarification or something, please do write to us on sign_big@signiitb.org. So here, so one of the question here is that themes do not include AI, ML, data science, etc. The closest theme I could find was diagnostic. So I would like to tell I would like to inform all the participants that AI, ML, data science, analytics, automation is almost in everything. Okay, it can be a part of secondary agriculture, medical device, diagnostics. It could be anything. So if you are first identify in which theme your product falls in or exactly fits into, and AI ML is part of all the things. So don't think about that I have only AI ML, but if it is in healthcare sector and if it is in diagnostic, then apply under diagnostic. If it is device, then apply under device. And if you have any confusion that in under which thing you should apply, please do contact us. We will help you understand that you should apply under which thing. Or you can also approach any of these partners who are present here. They will also help you understand this. So this is a question from Asha Subramaniam. Hope I have answered this. If you have any further question, please do write to us. Then there is one more question. Can BIG support the project in late stage? I have been working for over a year on my idea and I'm preparing for pilot trials at couple of local hospitals. So this is a question from Kushal. Kushal, we need to first understand what exactly you are doing. Sometimes what happens is that whatever stage we think of the project is not really the stage. So people often mislead saying that I am at TRL2 or TRL3, whether they are already at only at TRL1. So the projects who are at TRL4, that is technology readiness level 4, up to only that stage BIG can support. So do not misinterpret or mislead the even reviewers that you are at advanced stage and you are not a good fit. So please try and talk to us or other BIG associate partners and find out the stage. However, to answer your question, if you are already at the validation stage, then BIG only can support certain extent the validation, but it's not really for clinical trials. For clinical trials, there are other grants from BIRAC, and we will let you know about those. Please do write to us. So if somebody is getting Prayas grant, can they fill BIG at the same time? Yes, of course, you can fill the Prayas grant as well as BIG simultaneously. However, your milestone needs to be different. Same milestones cannot be funded by both BIG and Prayas. So you can apply. However, you should, if people ask you the question that how you are going to take care of both the project, then you should be able to explain them or defend your project, saying that you have a complementary team with you, with which you will be able to take care of both the project. Now, there is one question from Varat. Can applicant be a promoter in another company which previously received BIG? Okay. Now we have to find out more about this, because if you are a promoter in in that company and you have received a BIG, you can only get BIG once. You cannot get BIG for 2 projects because you are a part of the company. And if you are a promoter, maybe you may not be able to apply for another BIG project. But please, Varat, please do write to us and we will find out more from the BIRAC on this. So there is one question from Navneet Rao. If I'm associated with another startup in a non-medical field and now would like to apply for the grant for a medical device idea, would it be allowed? Should I apply as an individual or future company name of for medtech? See, Navneet, I think this is an interesting question. So there's no problem if you are in the another startup, non-medical field. However, in what capacity you are associated with that startup, we would like to know. So let's say if you are a promoter, stakeholder, shareholder in that company, then you won't be. You can apply in medical device idea. However, you will not be allowed to apply as an individual since you are a shareholder there. If you are holding any percentage of share, even if it is 1% also, you won't be allowed as a you won't be allowed to apply as a individual. You have to apply as a company. For example, if you are just working with the startup and not holding any shareholding there or any stakes there, then you can apply as an individual, and you can apply in medical device as well. Hmm. Then there is one question from Priyanka. I'm currently a PhD student. Can I submit my thesis topic as a proposal? See, Priyanka, as I've already mentioned, PhD student can apply for PhD, BIG. However, PhD project cannot be funded under BIG. The PhD project, extension of your PhD project. Let's say you are doing milestone 1, 2, 3, 4 under PhD. 6, 7, 8, 9 can be done under BIG. You can apply for that. So it could be extension of the PhD thesis or your PhD proposal, but the same thing cannot go under both PhD as well as BIG. So Akshay, there is one question from Akhand Pratap Singh. If someone is getting Prayas, I think I've already answered that. Okay, so Prayas grantee will not require any NOC from the current incubator. No, that is not required because we do have a Prayas grantees as well as they have also got the BIG grant. Only thing is that please inform your center that you are when you receive the grant. And you also have to show even for your BIG partners as well as your centers that the milestones for these two grants are different. I mean, of course, during due diligence, these partners will definitely ask you, but that has to be mentioned. I hope I have answered all the questions in the chat box. If you have any more question, please do type it in the chat box. I think with this, we'll take the questions for another 5 minutes or so. But with this, I would like to come to you, Mridula ma'am. So, ma'am, can you share few experiences about this BIG with us? That what are your suggestions for these participants while they are applying? Since you are with this incubator and you are, interacting with so many startups, applicants who are applying not just for BIG, for other grants as well. So, what are the suggestions from your side to all these participants?
Yes. So the key thing, since I'm with the academic campus and an incubator inside BITS Pilani, most of the applicants who approach us are either faculty members and PhD scholars. So they are basically all scientists and researchers, eminent in their own right. And I think the biggest hurdle that they face is, because I'm not a scientist, I'm an entrepreneur, educator, basically, being an economist. So I find that the biggest hurdle is that they all get carried away a lot with the technical part of the idea, and the language also that they use right from the title is extremely scientific. Instead of bringing down the name of the product that they are trying to create and focusing on the maybe for whom they are creating it, so they don't put any of that in the title, but they just put the technology or the science in the title. And to get them to change it also is a very, very difficult thing, because they have firm faith and belief in that, which is great, of course. But I think it's the application part which is not brought out. And the novelty also, so the prioritization in the presentation, in the proposal, is always very academic, and there is overload of information which is tried to be conveyed by them, because most people are like teachers, and so you try to put in too much academic content. I don't think it's required. I think it's more like a pitch. You have to create some interest, and just focus, your technical slides on any data that you have gathered, because I think that's very important. If you've tested out your technology in any way, you just use that. So yeah, I think this is what is my advice. And so completely you need a revamp of your mindset if you're applying from that perspective.
Yes. So I think we have few people from academia here because of I can get this idea from their questions. So I think this is one of the important point what Mridula ma'am has mentioned here, that of course we are from academia. I am also from that background, so I understand. I can relate to that. So but when we are coming to this side, we are actually focusing on commercialization. So something which can be converted into some sort of a product which can be taken to the market. Okay, so something like that. So as Mridula ma'am said, technically it has to be right, of course, but in a language or in a form that it could really translate into some sort of something which people can relate to, as well as at the same time they get a sense that it is not a science project or academic project. It is going to convert into some sort of a product which will be scalable and marketable later, if I have summarized it right, ma'am. So
Absolutely.
I think, yeah. So thank you so much, ma'am, for bringing this point, because I have really forgot to mention this, that these people can actually have prepare a slides. I mean, some people do that. They prepare a PPT, a crisp PPT around their project, and they upload it as an extra additional attachment, which gives the reviewer more information exactly besides the application novelty concept note. So I think participant, please take a note of this, that if you can prepare such a crisp PPT presentation while you are applying, please upload it. Yeah.
Okay, that would be real. That's good advice. It was a very good session, Pranita, very comprehensive.
Thank you, ma'am. So I think there is one or two questions we'll take, and then we'll close this session because we are already past 5. So there is one question from PhD student Sachin. That PhD student in 4th year does a letter of permission from the guide is required. So see, there is no need of letter from your guide, but we do need NOC, that is no objection certificate from the institution. And I think in order to get that letter, probably you need to include your guide in that email communication loop with your research institute. So as a PhD student, you need to give us that NOC from your research institution, college, university. If you have any question related to this, how you can do that or something, you can please get in touch with us, and we will help you with that. Varad is asking about recording. This session will be we will post it in our YouTube channel, and you can actually watch this recording there on Sign official YouTube channel. I think with this we are almost done with the questions. If you guys have any more question, please do write to us on sign_big@signiitb.org. And please do get in touch with us, the ecosystem partner or BIG associate partners. I have already earlier mentioned in my slides. These all people are here to help you while you are applying for BIG. Thank you so much. And we do have another sessions on similar line. If anyone from your network who was not able to attend this session, we have another session on 29th as well on the same aspect. We'll have different grantee to share their experience in that session. Please, if needed, please do attend that. Please get in touch with us and other partners as well. And I would like to thank you all the partners who are present here. Thank you, Dr. Sunita from TimeMed. Thank you, Dr. Surya from PSG. Thank you, Bhavna from Regal. Thank you, Sumitra from HTIC. Thank you, Mridula ma'am from Goa. And thanks, Malay. Thank you, everyone, for joining this session and for circulating this information in your network. Thank you so much. And everyone, thank you all for participating here. Thank you. Have a very good evening, everyone.